Have you ever paused to consider what it truly means to turn a dream into reality? It's not just about chasing goals or pushing through obstacles. It's about transforming from the inside out. Welcome to Glitch Cult, where we explore the journey of becoming the most authentic version of yourself, aligning your actions, emotions, and perceptions with the vision that drives you. Join me as we uncover how this transformation unfolds, step by step, and discover what it truly means to live your dreams. When you commit to a dream that truly matters, something subtle yet profound begins to unfold within you. It's not an overnight transformation, but rather a quiet evolution from who you are to who you want to become. You start to notice that your thoughts, your choices, and even your habits begin to align with that vision you hold. In these moments, you realize that who you are is no longer defined solely by your past, but by the future you're stepping into. The old patterns and limitations start to fade, replaced by a new sense of purpose. It's not about forcing yourself to change. It's about naturally evolving into the person who can bring that dream to life. This shift in identity is a gentle process of aligning your inner world with your outer aspirations. You begin to see yourself not just as someone who dreams, but as someone who is trying to live that dream. Each decision you make, each action you take, starts to reflect this new version of yourself. And in that alignment, you find a sense of clarity and confidence that guides you forward. This is the foundation of turning dreams into reality, understanding that the journey begins within. As this shift settles in, you begin to realize you're not just chasing a vision anymore. You're quietly becoming the kind of person who can bring it to life without any doubts. When you truly focus on a meaningful idea, your entire perspective on the world begins to shift. It's not that the world around you changes, it's that you start noticing it differently. It's like turning on a light in a room you thought you knew well, only to realize there's so much more to see. As you become more dedicated to your vision, the world seems to reflect that dedication back to you. You start to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You notice people and resources that resonate with your goals, and you recognize pathways that were previously hidden in plain sight. You also start to notice what no longer fits. Without forcing anything, you begin to pull away from distractions that once felt normal, simply because they don't connect to where you're headed. And in doing that, you create more space, mentally and emotionally, to engage with the things that do. This new way of seeing is empowering. It's a reminder that the world is full of possibilities, and that by changing your focus, you change your reality. You become more intentional with your attention, more mindful of what truly matters, and more open to the abundance of opportunities around you. In essence, you start seeing the world, not for what it is, but for what it can be. As your perception about the world changes, you begin to move differently as well. Your behaviors begin to sync more naturally with your vision, and you find yourself making choices that reflect the person you're becoming. It's not about forcing yourself into new habits, but about naturally gravitating towards actions that feels necessary for your goals. You might notice that the activities and routines that once felt like a struggle now come with a sense of ease. You begin to prioritize what truly matters, letting go of habits that no longer bring purpose to your journey. In this way, your daily actions become a reflection of your inner transformation, each step bringing you closer to turning your vision into reality. This calibration of behavior is a quiet but powerful testament to your commitment. It's in the small, consistent actions that you begin to see progress. And in those moments, you realize that you are no longer just dreaming. You are living your vision. Each choice becomes a step towards the future you've envisioned. And with each step, you grow more confident in your path. In this alignment of behavior and vision, you find a sense of harmony. The journey no longer feels like a struggle, but rather a natural progression towards the life you're creating. As your behavior starts to align with your vision, a newfound emotional stability begins to take root. It's a quiet confidence that comes from knowing you're on the right path, and it allows you to face challenges with a sense of calm. The uncertainties that once caused anxiety now feel like opportunities for growth, and you begin to trust yourself more deeply. In this space of emotional steadiness, you find that your reactions to external events become more measured. You no longer feel tossed around by every setback or distraction. Instead, you maintain a steady course, anchored by your vision. This emotional stability also fosters resilience. You bounce back more quickly, and you find strength in your ability to remain centered. This emotional steadiness is a reflection of the inner work you've done. It's the result of aligning your thoughts, actions, and emotions with your vision, and it creates a sense of inner harmony that carries you forward. With this stability, you approach your journey with a sense of peace, knowing that you have the inner resources to navigate whatever comes your way. In this way, emotional stability becomes a cornerstone of turning your dreams into reality. It allows you to remain focused and resilient, even in the face of challenges, and it keeps you grounded as you continue to move forward. When you reach a point where your vision, actions, and emotions are all in sync, it feels like life itself is guiding you forward. Instead of having to constantly push yourself, you begin to experience a natural pull towards your goals, as if the journey itself becomes more intuitive and effortless. This state of flow brings a sense of alignment with something greater than yourself. In this state of flow, opportunities seem to come to you effortlessly. You no longer feel the need to chase after every possibility. Instead, you attract the right opportunities that align with your vision. Your actions become more intentional. You stay focused on what matters and let the rest settle on its own. This kind of alignment isn't about perfection or reaching some elevated state. It's about recognizing that you don't need to control every aspect of your life to feel peace. That's the quiet power of alignment. When you stop trying to force progress and instead move in step with what feels real, things begin to unfold in their own time. You realize you need to trust the process of having ups and downs in life. In this space, the journey no longer feels like a struggle, but rather a natural unfolding of events, guiding you towards becoming the best version of yourself. And slowly, without even noticing it, you become the version of yourself that was always waiting and always meant to be.